Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to another vlog. If you are new here, so am I. My name is Ashley. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and watching. Make sure if you make it to the end to subscribe and like this video. Today we're going to be talking about what happened after I kicked Instagram completely out of my life. Social media in general. I've never been a TikTok girl. I haven't had Facebook for a couple years. Instagram has been like, I'm kind of like on and off with Snapchat. I don't really care for it, but I find myself really gravitating only towards Instagram. I really found myself feeling immense anxiety, feeling the weight of the world on my shoulders, feeling like I feel like you get like imposter syndrome on your Instagram because it's like, I'm not even the same person that I was a month ago, let alone how many years, you know. And it's so nice to be able to look back, but I found myself truly getting lost in other people's lives and what was going on in the world, and not focusing on my life and not focusing on what was going on in my world, and so fearful of what if, when, you know, all those things, and losing out on the present moment. And so I found myself only feeling that way when on social media, and it almost became like, I want to say, like, I know they say it's like an endorphin rush or something that we're looking for. We're just looking for that feeling of that like dopamine hit of just like, we're gonna see that one thing that just like makes us happier. Like, it's like the colors, and you know, and I do love it. I think it's beautiful to be able to share each other's life, and I know I love sharing my life. That's why I'm here on YouTube. I think these are things that we are all searching for, but we make so many excuses in our head, and maybe social media is a healthy place for you. I don't see it as that anymore. Of course, there's so many people that I love to connect with on there, and there's so many people that I look up to, or that are my role models, that I've learned so many things that I've implemented into my life. So for me, it's just like less scrolling and more living, and truly, in every aspect, even just the aspect of relaxation. Like, I don't need to know what everybody is doing right now, and people don't need to know what I'm doing right now, right? We think that they need to, we want to share it, or it comes from a good place. I believe so much of this stuff comes from a good place. It's just gotten, for me, I feel like so out of control. All the productive things that you could be doing, like something as simple as like sitting with your own thoughts. I think that's something that's so scary for us to do. Getting to know ourselves in the silence, or when nothing is going on, like in that relaxation. And so instead of sitting with those thoughts, we instead gravitate towards scrolling, and then feeling, maybe we're feeling left out from, you know, a certain event, or maybe we feel like we don't have any friends, and look at this girl who has all of these friends and these relationships, or maybe I don't have a boyfriend and this girl does have a boyfriend, and look at all of the things she has, and the house that she has, and you know, the vacation that she's on, and look at her wedding, and why am I not like this, or look at this girl work out, I didn't work out today. And instead of saying like, what do I want from today? Like, what do I want from this life? But what do I want from today? Like, what do I want my day to look like? What do I want to feel like? Like, what, you know, from every single thing, like, I plan my day down to like what I want to smell during the day, what I put in my oil diffusers, what I'm cooking for breakfast, lunch, dinner, like what, you know, the vibe that I want it to. And I want to make it perfectly clear that every single day is not perfect. Matter of fact, now today as I'm filming it, I am just kind of feeling a little bit blah. But this, going back to this and reminding myself, like going through this with you guys, and, you know, obviously being honest, but going through this now makes me realize how valuable this is. Maybe it's not something that you're interested. I don't think you'd make it this far in the video, but it's been the greatest 8 days in a really long time. So even though I didn't write down like the 5 things that happened to me or whatever, I just want to share like my true honest feelings and everything that just happened while this went down, these last 8 days of my life, these beautiful bright 8 days. So one of the things that I wrote down was presence. We all want to be more present in our life now, in the now, not, you know, in the future, or not in the past, and not in the future. We want to be present now. And it's something, presence is a funny thing, because, you know, I don't think you can feel constant state of presence. Maybe there's someone out there that can, but I don't think that was the purpose of life. I don't think the purpose of life was just to be happy, just live the greatest life. I think that life is supposed to be complicated. It's supposed to be messy. We're supposed to not know ourselves. We're supposed to get closer to ourselves. We're supposed to reinvent ourselves, rebirth. You know, I talk to my brother a lot about rebirth, and those are the good parts of life. You know, it's just, that's the cycle of life, is, you know, shedding and reshedding and healing and, you know, all of those things. And so learning how to kind of grow closer to yourself and in your life. And so I think presence has been really the number one thing. I don't find myself getting irritated with something, like I said earlier, like sitting still and being still in the moment. And with presence, I'm able to understand, like, we all feel those moments of presence, whether we're on social media or not. Nothing to me is more devastating than when we go to the beach as a family and everybody's on their phone the whole time, or only taking pictures in the water and then getting out of the water and not, like, feeling, not grounding themselves. You know, we went to the beach the other day, and for the first time ever, I didn't bring my phone and I didn't take pictures of the beautiful sunset, and I just embraced it, and I watched it with my own eyes and watched my children and felt the sand and got grounded, and there was a lot of silence in it, and it just was really so special. It really was special. So I would say that one of the greatest takeaways that I have learned from this is truly presence, being present in this moment in my life, showing up for showing up in presence in every single thing that I do. Presence in connecting with my people. I think that we want to share so much of our lives, or we're so interested in, like, these strangers' lives, which I think is so cool because it's a way to connect with the universe, with the population, with, you know, people from all around the world, cultures, you know, religions, just creativity. Like, there's no one else out there like you, and I think that's incredible. But what we're doing is we're missing out on what's going on in our home. You know, I look at my children now, and I think Mannix is going to be 5 next month, and I look at him and I'm like, where did the time go? Where did the time go? How much time was I spending scrolling on my phone through a bunch of shit that never mattered, right? Or never will matter. With presence comes focus. Focus on not only completing tasks that I want to complete, but in movies. You guys, I haven't sat down on my couch more than probably like 30 times in a year. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I never am ever sitting on my couch, and I've done that the last 8 days. We watched a couple movies. We popped out Polar Express the other night. I made some delicious yummy soup, and we watched Polar Express with the kids and had hot cocoa and marshmallows, and Colin and I are watching a series right now, Down to Earth by Zac Efron, and like, not having that like urge to grab my phone and scroll through something, and just actually being able to enjoy it and watch it and just like immerse myself in it. One of my favorite things in the world is the presence that I feel and the focus. I guess presence and focus would be the same when I'm in the car, being able to look around, seeing what my children see, like looking at all the trees, looking at where we're going. Oh, I've never seen that restaurant before, we should try it. Or look at that park, or I never noticed that was there. Certain things like that, like, it just brings so much joy to be aware of your surroundings and the things that you're passing every single day that you take for granted. You know, I always think like, this might be that last moment for me or for someone that I love. And so just to be able to like be fully present in it, it's remarkable. Let's talk about routine. Like, who doesn't want a flow of the day? We have adapted since we moved here and once we got settled in, slow mornings. You guys, slow mornings have changed the game for me as a stay-at-home mom. I think you can create slow mornings as not a stay-at-home mom too. I think you can do anything that you want, and you can create anything that you want in your life, and it doesn't have to be chaotic. I think that we choose a lot of those things, and we make a lot of excuses as to why they are that way, and I don't think we have to choose that. Slow mornings are life, you guys. I definitely plan on doing a whole vlog about just slow mornings and how important they are and what they do for the soul, and definitely our routine for slow mornings, and, you know, transitioning next year into homeschool with the kids. And I just want them to feel that sense of focus and presence in routine. Like, everybody loves the flow of their day, and I think the flow of your day starts at night, and I think that you set yourself up at night for success. We have such a good routine down with Colin, my husband. He works nights, and it just is so satisfying, and I think it's joyful, but we start at night to set it up, and on his days off, the routine really goes out the window, and we focus more on presence. The dishes pile up, the laundry piles up, and we really just try our best to focus on relaxation, listening to our bodies and listening to each other, and just really being present in those moments. And that is something that you have to choose to create every single day. And I think without having social media, or whatever it is, your email, social media, I don't know, whatever people do nowadays. Like I said, for me it was Instagram, but I think putting those to the side and then realizing, okay, I need to focus on creating the life that I want to create, down to what time you get out of bed and how you feel in the morning, feeling rejuvenated, and setting yourself up within your routine, what you're putting on your skin and what you're listening to and what you're drinking and how you're nourishing your body, how you're moving your body. Like, all of the things matter, I think, when setting yourself up for a successful, and most importantly, you don't have the distraction of not being able to get to the things that you want to do. Like, what do you want out of this life? What do you want to do? What are your dreams? What are your goals? What are your aspirations? The only thing that's going to get you closer to that is presence, focus, and routine. Those are the only things that are going to get you there. And it's not about perfection. It's about feeling natural. I think that something that's not natural is this thing. It's so unnatural, but we made it. We think that we can't survive without it, or we can't be successful without it. We're so immersed in other people's lives, and we're so not in our own, and we're trying to search for happiness, and we're not going to get it unless we sit down and we look at it square in the eye and say, let's do this thing. Finding appreciation in everything, you guys. Opening your fridge and being so grateful. Every time I make a meal, I'm just so grateful to be able to have fresh food in my fridge and my pantries, that my kids can go and grab an apple and grab granola, and granola bars, that's our new obsession lately, are the perfect bars, the kids ones, and that we can share meals at our kitchen table together, and just growing this appreciation for being able to snuggle on our couch together or read books together. Or I never ever used to read books to my kids. Now it's like our latest obsession. You can find us at Barnes & Noble once a week getting the best books. So definitely appreciation over distractions, for sure. One of the biggest things, these are all big, but no fear of the unknown. That's what I wrote down right here. There's no feel of the unknown, because I'm in control of what I consume. That's why I really love YouTube too, because I only see what I want to see. The people that I know that are getting me good energy, I don't have that explore page, or I don't have, you click on this and you click on this and you click on this, and you end up at this one page and you're like, how did I get here? And you're consuming yourself in stupid things that like don't help you at all. And instead, for whatever reason, even if you don't know why or whatever, it's creating this energy in your body, and it's just not good energy. It's stale energy, and it's just creating like this obsession with what life is supposed to look like, or what, and you lose the things that you love to do, or you want to do, or who you are, and you start to like want to, it's a fine line, because I do love the whole inspiration aspect, but you just find yourself like wanting to be someone else, when it's like, how could you ever want that? And then you start to find out like they don't even want to be themselves, right? And it's like, it's just and you're like, wait, they don't? Like, I thought you had this perfect life. And it's like, no matter where you are in life, we all have issues. Like, we're all going through, somebody wants to, like, they're missing what you have, you're missing what they have, that's just the way that life is. And I think that we just get caught up in that, and we're not able to snap out of it easily. This generation, I think, is just so immersed in it, and it's just like, it's just not healthy. Because at the end of the day, social media just does not support the life that I'm trying to create at all. And like I said in the beginning of this vlog, we're constantly changing and evolving and wanting to be different things, and I find myself so far away from what I thought that I'd be doing when I turned 30, and who I am and the things that I want for my life. And I think that social media is a really big part to blame for that. And I think even certain times that I've gotten caught up in it this last year, or even when I was running my business, you know, it's just really scary, you know. It just comes to a point where you're able to stop comparing yourself to others, and you're just able to, like, it hits different when you just are able to, like, be in the moment for yourself and for your life and for the people that matter most than being consumed with being liked by strangers, you know. I think there's a lot to say that there's so much support on social media from strangers, and I bet you if you ask them, there's not much support from the people closest to them. And so for me, that would be a problem. That would be something that I would be more interested in tuning in on, you know, or seeing why is that, like. And I think that has to do part with connection. And lastly, sitting, like I've already kind of said this, but, you know, being alone with your own thoughts and not being afraid to face them or to feel them or to just embrace them. I think it's a really scary thing to feel really alone or to feel like you're the only one going through something and you're not. And I think there's so many ways to get in touch with that. I have been really able to focus on getting back into my workouts, which make me feel incredible, and pushing through, you know, that fatigue of like feeling kind of stuck. But I don't have that yearning of like checking my phone right after I'm, you know, done with my workout, or needing it right by me, or, you know. And that goes for anything, when the kids and I are reading books, or like I said, when we're sitting down on the couch, or when the kids go down for a nap. I don't have this obsession with sitting there and you find yourself hours later going through somebody else's thoughts and feelings and what they're going through, and trying to connect, and instead connecting with yourself. One of the greatest things that I've ever done is get on that bike and cycle. And I've been, in the last vlog I talked about how I've been getting back into The Class by Taryn Toomey. Just like shake everything out and you breathe and you do this like, it's just the most beautiful breakdown of things, and the teachers are so like deep and spiritual, and it's just like the best thing ever. And I can find myself being fully present in there and just not worrying about what else is going on. They have so many different meditations, stretching, you guys. Stretching has been the center, and my kids see me do it, and that is going to instill in them like the importance of stretching and moving your body and working out and taking care of yourself. It also has taught them that I'm constantly on my phone, or I'm ignoring them, or I'm not hearing them, and I'm not listening, and I'm not present, and I'm not focused on them. You know, I can't imagine what it's like for these children to constantly see these phones out in their faces, and, you know, they don't understand. I just don't want that for my kids. And when I sit down and I picture the life that I want, or the future that I want for my children, nothing good comes of being on social media. And so for me, I just had to take a step back, just really detox myself from it, and figure out a way to maybe incorporate it in my life in a healthier way. I just look at it so differently now. I just don't know where that fits in. Yes, honey. I'll be right out. Okay, be right out. So cute. So I hope that was a little bit helpful in maybe pushing you to maybe take a look at what's going on inside, what's stressing you out, you guys. Like, life has never been more stressful and intense than it is now, and the weight of the world literally is on social media, and we're consuming it, and we're consuming so much bad energy, so much of what other people want for their life, what they're doing, where they're going, what their dreams, what their aspirations, and it's taking away from the focus on what's right in front of you, which is you and your life and your heart and your dreams and everything that you have going on inside there and right in front of you. And so I am sending you all of my love. I hope that it's a good opportunity for you to sit down and just reflect on where you're at, why you're there, what you can do to take charge of your life and do the things that are just gonna make you feel good, you guys. We only get one life. Often wait until something tragic happens in our life, or someone else's life, or someone that matters to us, and then we take a step back for a little bit. Like, make the changes now, because you guys, life is so short and it passes you by. It passes you by. I already feel like that. About 29 years. Which is not even, you know, that much. And I just look at I just look at my children every day and they just give me hope for a better one. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video, and I'm sending you big love.